Red Wine Sox Nation.
There's nothing like being out in front of the bright lights on a big stage, whether you're playing a club sized no more than hundreds to a festival that can reach 60,000. Every song feels like an opportunity to engage with fans who fell in love with your sound and have listened to your songs tirelessly for years, and an opportunity to create new fans, young fans who may be so inspired by what they see that they go home, pick up a guitar, and start playing so that someday they can experience what it's like on the other side of the stage. The members of Pearl Jam were all there before at one point in their lives. They emulated their favorite rock stars and helped mold them into the stars that they became. Ed wanted to be just like Pete Townsend from The Who, while Jimmy Page had an immense influence on Stone Gossard's style of playing. Jeff Ament was inspired by Tom Peterson of Cheap Trick and his heavy-sounding 12-string bass, while Mike McCready had an epiphany at a Stevie Ray Vaughan concert and used his bluesy style as a source of inspiration. When Pearl Jam skyrocketed to the height of grunge fame, a new generation of aspiring rock stars heard and saw what they did and went home and put on their record with the hopes to one day become the next Pearl Jam. Hi, I'm Randy Sobel, and this is part 2 of our artist covering Pearl Jam series. Last episode we touched upon 5 artists who put their unique spin on some of the band's most popular songs, and in this follow-up, we'll hear a little bit more from the deeper cuts, plus 3 legendary artists who all took their spin at the same song. So why don't we just kick things off with our first band from Canada, Our Lady Peace. You may not think that Our Lady Peace and Pearl Jam have a connection, but actually, they do. During the recording for their record Spiritual Machines, Our Lady Peace drummer Jeremy Taggart chipped his fibula, which meant they had to call in for a replacement drummer. The man who mixed and co-produced this album was none other than Brendan O'Brien, which meant that Matt Cameron got the call to replace Taggart on 2 songs, Right Behind You Mafia and Are You Sad? The song that we're going to talk about that Our Lady Peace covered came from their 30th anniversary tour this past year in Halifax, and that's the great song off of No Code, Hell Hell. So let's take a listen to their rendition of it. Yes, it is kind of clear that lead singer Rain Maida kind of forgets the lyrics in there, but you know what? That's okay. This is a song that they went to once and they haven't gone back to since. But look, Always good to get tickets for an Our Lady Peace show. You never know when they're going to bust out a Pearl Jam song like that again. Maybe that was a one time only, as we like to call in the business back here. But who knows? They could bust something out. Hey, you want to hear an Our Lady Peace story? I was kind of in on them before they got popular here in the States because of what? Columbia House. Yeah, they were one of my free CDs. I didn't know what I was getting into at the time, but I rather liked their album Clumsy. Yeah, sorry, but I'm not going to pay you back for it because that was all your fault. So let's get into our second cover here. South African nu metal band Seether. Seether was kind of the next generation of bands that followed up after the 90s grunge explosion, and that kind of happened in the nu metal scene. We had bands like the Deftones, System of a Down, Korn that kind of dominated in that late 90s, early 2000s era, and Seether came in a little bit after those bands, but made a following for themselves, and they're still active to this day. The cover that we're going to talk about here is one of my favorite Pearl Jam songs, Immortality. And one of the best features of Immortality, whenever you do get to hear it, which is rare nowadays because they don't do bridge school shows anymore, is Immortality on acoustic. So let's take a listen to Seether's rendition of this.
Vacate is the word. Vengeance has no place so near to her. Cannot find a comfort in this world. Artificial tales, the vessels down next door. Volunteers vulnerable, wisdom counted here. A true and finds home, and a will to hold on. There's a trapdoor in the sun. It's immortality. Victims in demand for public show, swept down through the cracks beneath the door. Holier than now, how surrendered, executed. Anyhow, scrawls resolved, cigar box on the floor. True and finds home, and a will to hold on to. There's a trapdoor in the sun.
You can tell when artists feel something from a song when you know that they're taking something from the depth of their heart, the depth of their soul, and it really felt like Sean Morgan was going through something as he was playing the song and singing those lines. You can see it in his face. Something deep inside him was aching, and it led to a pretty powerful performance of the song. No, see, there's not a band I really listen to, but you can tell they are absolutely inspired by it, and they seem to play it every now and again at some of their shows. Well, the next band up in this video is a band who probably needs no introduction. They go by the name of Coldplay. I think you've heard of them before. Chris Martin goes way back and been a rabid Pearl Jam fan for years. There's even video out there of him rocking out to Even Flow back in New York City in 2003. Even though their styles are different, there is a connection between the two bands. Chris Martin and Eddie took the stage together at Global Citizens Festival in 2016, performing 3 songs: Don't Dream It's Over, People Have the Power, and the song off Vitalogy, Nothing Man. The performance we're going to get into here was actually the first concert ever played at Seattle's Climate Pledge Arena, which is kind of crazy because, well, if it didn't happen through COVID, maybe, just maybe, Pearl Jam would have been slotted for that role. Who knows? Could be revisionist history here, but a little bit something in me says that I think Coldplay knew that Pearl Jam deserved that spot, and that's why they ended up playing Nothing Man here. So here's their rendition of it.
Once divided, nothing left to subtract. Some words once spoken can't be taken back. Walks on his own with thoughts he can't help thinking. Pictures above, but in the past he's slow and sinking. Caught a bolt of lightning, but she never let it go. Nothing man, nothing man. Isn't it something? Nothing. She was believed every story I had to tell. One day she stiffened and took the other side. Empty stairs, corner of a prison cell. One just escapes, one stays inside. You forget, be destined to remember. Nothing there, nothing there.
Well, you know, it's kind of funny that they decided to play Nothing Man, especially knowing what we know now a couple years later. It seems like, some of their fans might be in a Nothing Man situation after a certain incident.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Yeah, guys, maybe don't cheat on your wife at a Coldplay show or any other show for that matter. Just not cool. All right, let's kick it with another cover here. This coming from Southern rock band Government Mule. Government Mule has been known to cover handfuls of artists, including Neil Young. They've done Rockin' in the Free World and Cortez the Killer on many occasions, but they've also covered Pearl Jam a handful of times as well. They've done Black, Corduroy, Indifference, and the aforementioned Nothing Man. But the song that I wanted to get to here is their rendition of Come Back, which is crazy because it's a late era Pearl Jam song, one of their best late era songs and one of their most adaptable for sure. But seeing a band like Government Mule bring it to the stage is way more important, especially in this instance, because the place they play it, well, one of Pearl Jam's old stomping grounds, the Moore Theater. So let's take a listen to what Government Mule put together for Come Back.
If I keep holding on, will that shine through? Under this broken roof, it's only rain I feel. Been wishing out the days come back. I have been planning out all that I'd say to you since you slipped away. Know that I don't call me my memory.
With the interest of time, I didn't put in the whole clip here, but I encourage everybody to go out on YouTube, find this, watch this. It is tremendous. They do a phenomenal job. And outside of maybe Billy Strings doing In Hiding, this might be up there as one of my favorite covers of a Pearl Jam song. It is truly spectacular. All right, for our last song, we're going to go into a three-headed monster here. Yeah, and it's all artists that you know and probably love. Dave Matthews, Willie Nelson and his son Lucas Nelson, and Miley Cyrus all covered Just Breathe. Dave Matthews has made this more of a regular part of his set list recently and played it for the first time 2 years ago during one of his yearly trips to the Gorge. Willie and Lucas Nelson covered this back in 2011, and Ed has marveled at their attempt at it, and even at one point attempted to imitate it.
Yes, I understand. Every life must end. As we sit and yawn, I know someday we must go.
In the last few years, we've seen Lucas join Ed on stage to play this together, always making for a profound moment. As for Miley Cyrus, she's been sneakily known to be a student of the game. When she's not partying in the USA, she's paying tribute to artists such as Dolly Parton, Queen, and even Metallica. Her rendition of Just Breathe was featured on an MTV Unplugged backyard session 5 years back. Yeah, I guess they still have that? Hell if I know. Anyway, what we're going to do here is play all three versions for you, and we're going to mix them together to kind of see each artist's individual style on here. So we're going to take a stab at this. If it works, it works, and it'll sound pretty good, I hope. But if it doesn't, then, you know, at least we tried. All right, here are three versions of Just Breathe.
Yes, I understand every life is sin. As we sit alone, someday we must go. I'm a lucky man to count on both my hands the ones I know. Some folks just have one, others they got none. Stay with me, oh let's just breathe.
Practiced are my sins, never gonna let me win. Under everything, just another human being. Yeah, I don't wanna hurt. There's so much in this world to make me believe. Stay with me, you're all I see. Did I say that I need you? Did I say that I want you? Oh, if I didn't, I'm a fool, you see. No one knows this more than me. Wonder every day as I look upon your face. Everything you gave and nothing you would take. Nothing you would take. Oh, everything you gave.
Did I say that I need you? And did I say that I want you? Oh, if I didn't, I'm a fool, you see. No one knows this more than me. As I complain,
All right, we covered 7 renditions of Pearl Jam songs here. Hopefully you have tuned into them for the first time and are enjoying them. I know a lot of people knew about the Willie Nelson and the Miley Cyrus cover already, but you might not have known Our Lady Peace, you might not have known Seathern, so hopefully we've turned you on to that. We do have one more episode in the series, and it's going to be kind of a special one because the way that we're going to put it together is it's going to be all 10 songs. That's right. Yeah, it's going to be fun to go back and see some of the songs that really made Pearl Jam who they were, and probably out of all the songs in their catalog are the ones that have inspired bands the most. Songs like Black, songs like Porch, songs like Jeremy, and the rest of the record as well has made such a profound impact on a generation of music and a generation of musicians that grew up idolizing this band. We'll hear covers from OAR, Zac Brown Band, Aaron Lewis, Hole, and perhaps one that you might not be expecting.
Apologies to Pearl Jam.
Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in to part 2 of this series. We got one more episode coming back, and then we'll put out some more videos in the coming weeks. Thank you so much for listening. Please make sure you're subscribed to the Live on Four Legs YouTube channel, the Live on Four Legs podcast that's on Apple, Spotify, and anywhere that you get your podcast. And make sure you follow us on social media. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.